Anyway, let me tell you about Ski Mask. Stokely Calvin Goldberg, aka Ski Mask the Slump God, aka Ski Mask, aka
My name is Beyonce.
born April 18th, 1996, grew up with 4 siblings and would go back and forth between his mother and his father's house, both actually living in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. His father, also a rapper, was a big reason Ski Mask was even interested in rap in the first place, as he would always freestyle with his friends as well as his family.
Crazy. I really didn't want to either, but I'm happy he did now. You feel me?
But never really took hip-hop or rap all that seriously. That is until he met X, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Now, I know I talk about this era a lot on my channel, and for good reason. Mostly because this is the era I grew up on. When I was a teenager, young teenager, this is what I listened to, me and my friends would listen to. And also, when you look deep into South Florida rap, it is honestly crazy just how many people came from the central South Florida area.
These are just a couple of the hundreds of legends of rap.
It almost starts to feel a little spiritual, if you know. When I say the term legends, I don't so much mean the person. I'm talking about the stories that have created the people that we see today and what the people represent. People talk about it a lot, these legends of rap. Take J. Cole, for example. He waited outside of Rockefeller for like 2 hours just to see Jay-Z.
I'm sitting there with a beat CD,
The t-shirt on.
t-shirt on, and a bottle, just waiting, just praying that Jay is gonna show up. So about 2 hours later, we see this black phantom turn the corner. Just feel the energy of Hova.
Comes.
Like
Hova.
so he had
Pulled up, hopped out the car. I had a CD, a beat CD I had made, and the first song had like a hook on it. The first 2 songs had hooks. It was for American Gangster album. And I tried to I had put it in volume 3, his album volume 3. I had put the CD inside of that. So I handed him the CD and he looked at it. He's seeing his cover of an album that did not come out yet, by the way. He's like, yo, what the fuck is this? Yeah. I'm like, it's an American Gangster, beat CD. And bro, no bullshit. Nigga looked at it and he was like, I don't want that shit, man. Get that shit to like, man, get that shit to no bullshit. He said, man, get that shit to Tata or Lenny or one of them, because they was coming in behind him from the car. And I was just crushed, I was crushed, I was hurt. We was like, fuck Jay-Z. Like, we walked around the corner to the McDonald's for like 15 minutes. We was like, man, fuck this nigga, bro. We was like, man, he on some bullshit, bro. That's fucked up. Like, boom, boom, boom.
A story like that, almost too unbelievable to be true, but it is. It's completely genuine what he went through. And this is a prime example of exactly what I mean when I say that the legends in hip-hop aren't the people, but it's the stories that make the people and the way we think of them. In a lot of ways, it's also like what Kanye went through. I'm sure everyone's familiar with the story, car crash, or heading home from working with Jay-Z, same dude. It's wild. It's so wild. Falls asleep in the wheel, gets in a car crash, ends up in the same hospital that Biggie Smalls died in.
I had a lot of good records, slow jams, Jesus Walks, already in the pipeline. This accident is God saying, I'm about to hand you the world. Just know at any given time, I could take it away from you. So always keep me first. To nearly lose your life, to nearly lose your mouth, your voice as a career as a rapper, your face. I had to be on TV. My face looks crazy to me now. Y'all probably look at it and think it's normal, but I feel very self-conscious about certain things. Look at my mouth, it looks like you can't even see my bottom teeth when I talk. You always see the top teeth, and that's not how I used to be. I had this extra skin buildup for when they had to close the mouth back up. People, they act like they don't know, especially if I'm lit wrong. I gotta get like Michael Jackson and bring my own lighting text, because I just see it and be like, but I have to just thank God for the situation that I'm in. It's like we turn the worst thing into the best thing. Why it seemed like it was the worst thing that could have possibly happened to me, and now it's obviously the best thing. Songs did blow up, which I knew they would. People would just look back and say, man, do you remember his first song? He recorded it with his mouth wired shut. He's
crazy. While working with Jay-Z, the same dude that Cole was working with, all for Rockefeller. A couple weeks later, spitting a record through the wire. Huge record. Crazy that even happened. I think everybody knows this story. Everyone knows the Through the Wire Kanye story at this point. But now, X and Ski Mask. Let me tell you about them.
Anyway, Stokely Calvin Goldberg, aka Ski Mask the Slump God, aka Ski Mask, aka
My name is Beyonce.
born April 18th, 1996. He actually grew up with 4 siblings and would go back and forth between his mom, his dad, and his... Wait a minute. But anyways, X and Ski Mask are one of these legends originally from South Florida, and X and Ski Mask actually met in jail.
All of a sudden, there's like an exurgence of new artists, and we just from the same area. So how does that happen?
It was weird. We all seen each other come up. It's so weird that how it like actually ended up happening. From what I seen, it started from Raider Clan.
An iconic group of outcasts who unexpectedly foreshadowed the style and aesthetic of future mainstream rappers. One of its members, Denzel Curry.
Florida, then it's like, I met X in juvenile jail. We both was in juvenile jail spending time. Then we just was like, yeah, we need an outlet to stop getting in trouble. All we like to do is hit licks and like do hood rat shit.
They were both young teens, and after getting out, X and Ski ended up making a group called Very Rare, and not long after made another group known as Members Only, which many of you probably remember. They eventually went on to release 2 mixtapes under this title, Members Only. And as I'm sure a lot of you know, this grew to be a massive trilogy, Members Only 3 coming out posthumously. This was the start of a massive career for both X and Ski, and this propelled them into the mainstream. This was just the very beginning for X and Ski.
I promise it's complete coincidence that this is the 3rd time I've been wearing this beanie in this video, but I just saw that 21 Savage is getting a movie. That is huge, yo. I saw that and I immediately thought about making a video, but then I was like, well, I think it's already been done. Like, if I go and look on YouTube, I bet you there's going to be 100 freaking 21 Savage background stories. Like, everyone already knows his background. But that's crazy. He's going to be played by Donald Glover. And, like, I'll show you the pictures right now. Like, they're probably on screen right next to me. Like, what the heck? He don't even look like 21 Savage for real. Like, what are they doing? And also the kid from Stranger Things. Like, wow, that blew my mind. I was here editing the video and I like go over on freaking Instagram and there it is. But yeah, I'm very interested. This trailer looks dope. I really love it. I really love the whole idea of it. I'm making this video about hip hop legends and I'm like, oh, how could this be any more perfect that they're literally making a movie right now about a hip-hop legend. This is exactly what this video is about, is these hip-hop legends.
And off the Members Only mixtape, Ski released his own mixtape entitled Drowning in Designer, with one of his first massive hits, Take a Step Back. Many of you remember Designer.
We in the building, BTS, man, Mike drop, you about to drop it real soon. Shout out Steve O'Key. Y'all know what time it is. We out here, we making the moves, man, across the world. Y'all know how we rocking, baby.
Hello in China is Ni Hao.
Ni Hao, you did. Ni Hao, man.
And in the midst of this tour, another Florida rapper known as Rob Stone was performing on stage with Ski. And before Ski came on, he started interacting with the crowd, and this offended Rob Stone. And this started a long-going beef between X, Ski, and Rob Stone, which eventually all culminated in this viral clip of X getting knocked out by Rob Stone during a live performance.
The motherfucker on stage that tackled me, but I'm gonna handle this shit like a champ. All right?
And this is what I mean when I say rap legend. Not particularly the Rap Stone stuff, that's just a caveat. But X and Ski were just a force to be reckoned with. The moment they came together, they were just energy. Frankly, it just hasn't been the same. A lot of things have changed since that era. And frankly, we've been robbed of a lot of talent. And Ski is the lone survivor of a generation. Let me know if you want any videos. Maybe I could do a video more about X and Ski's relationship, or just about X. Maybe you want something about Ski and Juice WRLD. Let me know down below, please. I love doing these videos for y'all. I love y'all for watching them. If you got this far, I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Be careful out there. It's a scary fucking world. I love y'all. Goodbye.
You know, Mark, I think you're beginning to grow.
Well, sir, I don't know how much value I have in this universe, but I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. And as long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be. So I'll catch you on the rebound, your magnitude. Until next week, Nanu, Nanu.